Good morning, Bande Matram. Welcome all of you. The topic to be discussed right now is on supramental descent. Supramental descent. Sri Aurobindo quotes. After descending, what is the effect of this supramental descent? Many times people keep asking the question. Very interesting. Really, things to be known. Of course, you people are to some extent aware of this concept: supermind, overmind, supramental descent, supramentalization, Satchidananda, lower creation, and you are acquainted to absolute truth and all. Many ways you are little bit aware. I don't know whether there is if some people may not be all, but some people will be having that feeling also that there is a touch of supramental effects. You can find the feeling that realization will be coming in you. Somebody will be feeling because that is already this force is supramental force is working in the earthly atmosphere since around 1956. So you have seen, you have discussed, you have gathered into that points into your small yogic mind that is going on. Still then here in the course, the effect of the supramental descent will create greater possibility of advancing quickly in the sadhana than now. Of course, it is done. Sri Aurobindo told something before 1950, definitely before 1950, because he withdrew from his material body on 5th of December 1950. Shortly after, maybe after 2 days, you are going to celebrate that Mahaprayana Divas, and after couple of another 2 3 days, on 9th December, you are going to observe the what great day, that is nothing but your Mahasamadhi day. So during the course on that day, while he sketched this, he gave the message, he wrote on supramental descent. Even this greater possibility of advancing quickly in the sadhana than now. Now, so in some speed you have cut off. You are catching some speed, and with some speed you are going forward, marching forward. It is possible. It is not possible. It is going on. It is on the way. But after this supramental descent, with this effect of this supramental descent, will create greater possibility of advancing quickly in the sadhana than now. So for that actually we are going to. It is quite possible for the supramental to take up the body. It is quite possible to take up the for the supramental to take up the body before there has been the full supramental change in the mind and the vital. So initial capturing, initial activity will be formed in the mind, in the body. Then mind and vital, that it will come the next phase. So I will try to quote Sri Aurobindo again. It is quite possible for the supramental to take up the body. Body is a base, chrysalis of the soul. To take up the for the supramental to take up the body before that has been full supramental change in the mind and the vital. So body on body it has got the initial effect and a very dazzled, splendorous effect. Some people always expect some kind of miracle. It is quite natural. Miracle will happen and everything will change. So we have to do nothing. We want to only see miracle, and after clap, say something has been done. We went and saw this and that. Then what is your problem, you tell? Have you progressed? Is there any visible development in you? No, that we don't know. Then we don't know that. Don't use that term. You have seen that is happening. But the thing is that you have to be very accurate in your assumption, in your movements, that has been done. It has started from me. Even if you are seeing you are feeling happiness, then also think that you will start and you will get the result. Anyway, some kind of people are there. Some people are there. They always expect the miracle. They don't understand that it is a concentrated evolution, swift, but following the law of creation. Nothing happens. Miracles happen. It is not done. And moreover, Sri Aurobindo very characteristically, Sri Aurobindo tried to explain. They don't understand that it is a concentrated evolution, swift, but following the law of creation. It has to be done. Definitely swift, definitely it is on the in the process. It is working in the environment. Things are running swift, serious. We are a little bit serious nowadays. But the thing is that there is some, some law of creation has to take place. Law of creation has to take place. And a miracle can be a moment's wonder. Very interesting definition. Miracle can be a moment's wonder. You have seen something happen, and after some time you will forget that it has happened. Miracles happen, it is not done. But we are running after miracles of these false babas, self-declared gods and all. People are moving like anything. Last evening somebody told me that one Baba was there, very prominent and very egoistic Baba, doing the miracles. What? People will wear like anything, running, they are going there, they are like anything. Very rush, big rush. It was happening. Then what was the possibility? Again and again you have to go and meet him, and you will say your problem. Then he will call, you come. You will be also paying for that. You will be donating like anything. And after a long trip, you will find something is there. One diary, blank diary is there. He will open. That something is written. Only he can read. You can't. He can read and say, yes, it is going to be solved. But this line, whatever is written there, nobody can read. Only this Baba will be there to read. And finally, he is dead now, dead and gone. One very notorious Baba. It was, I have heard the name. And the final moment, when these people went into queries, they asked, what you were singing, was that you were the right thing or not? No. I was just befooling the people. How it can happen? So they were in trust. Again and again, 10 times, 20 times, they will be coming, donating, staying in the their guest house and all. Finally, you will find at the end moment when you are actually harassed, impatient, simply he will take up the diary and see something is being visible to him, but not to your eyes. Simply befooling people. Like this, miracle can be a moment's wonder. A change according to the divine law can also endure, possible. Divine always does the wonder, but the thing is that we don't know really this wonder is possible or not for you. That's what finalist here in the court wrote here. The effect of the supramental descent, that miracle, will create a greater possibility of advancing quickly in the sadhana than now. If you lay concentrated to that, if you concentrate upon that, if you look at that, you can find this swiftness because of the power, presence, and supremacy of the supramental force. In the supramental consciousness, here in the quotes, there is no problem. The problem is created by division set up by mind. Supermind, it is at the top, flawless, spotless, immaculate. But here we can find it's that is majority minor, perverse reflection, distortion. That is mind. So this division, in division we can find, expect, and it is possible. Not possible, it is done in the level of the mind. In supramental consciousness, there is no problem. The supramental sees the truth as the single whole, no partition, no division, no demarcation, no distortion. Sees the single to whole, and everything falls into its place in the whole. Because that is the only truth. There is no other go. Entire water, it is flowing through your river, getting gaseous and becoming a cloud and then raining down. Whatever may be there, nothing does not worry. Don't worry. Everything is from the source is the originally source is the sea. It is coming out and it is finally it is getting mingled with that. So these are the things. On the end of the day, you can find the supramental is the truth as the single whole, and everything falls into its place in that whole. That is possible. Not possible, it is true. But there is no other goal, no other stuff. Nothing is visible. You have to go. You have to see. Our aim. What is our aim then? Not to be engineer, become engineer, doctor, and all. Our aim to go to Katak and stay there, building a house. We have to settle there. That is not also your aim. So far, supermind and supramentalization and supermental force is concerned. What is our aim? You must have kept the decided. You must have fixed your aim. What is that aim? Our aim is to bring the secret forces out. Secret forces out. Why it is secret? Because nobody knows. This secret phase you have. Your problem is that our aim is to bring. Already we have discussed in, I think, in the yesterday's last day's class, we have discussed in the last class yesterday, that ascent and a descent, that is what ascent and a descent, it happens. So we have to bring down to the that force into the earthly embodiment, earthly atmosphere. That is what, for that is the that is possible to bring down. And when that must be brought down to a is a only when that can be brought down is a divine transformation possible on the earth consciousness. And our purpose, our aim is there. We have to ascend. We have to bring down this force into this earthly embodiment, earthly atmosphere, for the purpose of transformation. That is what, not for the commercialization, for the purpose of transformation. So our aim is to bring the secret forces out and onward into open. Onward. We'll bring it and keep it inside the house. Nobody can be able to see and feel it. It is not our purpose. Onward. Open it. To open. So that instead of getting some shadows or lightnings of themselves out, through the veil or being wholly obstructed, they may pour down and flow in rivers. We have to open themselves. We have to bear himself. We have to unveil itself. First of all, we have to bring it down into the. We have to bring the secret. So this is the secret. That is what we have to do. The secret forces, we have to bring them down out and onward into the open. It is now not to keep it. We have to onward it in the open, into the open. So that instead of getting some shadows or lightnings of themselves, shadows or lightnings, very glimpse, very faint things we are observing and sending. No, lightnings or shadows of themselves, our out through the veil, some glimmering, some faintness, some minutest observation. No, this is not the. It has to completely come out. It has to bear itself. You have to see. And being wholly obstructed, it can't be obstructed openly and freely. It has to work. They can pour down and flow in the in rivers, visible, grand, vast, swift, inflow. So this type of force, this force has to come, like you are seeing the current in the river, that has to come out, flow. It has to, you must see it, and you can find the coolness, chillness, and its help also. And finally, Sri Aurobindo quotes again, one can't get into the true supramental supermind unless one has first objectivized the overmind. That is what already we have discussed. Overmind is the passage to supermind. Through overmind, we have to rush into the supermind. One can't get into the true supermind. When true supermind is, sometimes we feel we have got the touch, but we don't know. I have this intermediary layers that we don't know. One can't get into the supermind unless one has first objectivized the overmind truth up in life. In life, you have to get the touch of first objectivize the overmind truth in life. Life, speech, action, external knowledge. Not only in experienced it in meditation or in and inner experience. You have to see. Things are before you, not only before you who have the vision, who are ready to see and hear. So they can see. That is a must, and it has to become. For that only, in as usual daily life, you have to see. One can't get into the true supramental supermind unless one has first objectivized the overmind truth in life, speech, action, external knowledge, and not only everything openly you have to see. Not only experienced it in meditation and inner experience, that is inside. Outwardly, you have to see, you have to feel. Speech, action, external knowledge, you have to see that truth, and that is a must. Then this effect you can feel visibly. Supramental descent, you can see, you can feel, and your sweeter will be your sadhana. Dhanyavad. Thanks.